Hey guys, so today I wanna, like the title says, I wanna give you some tips on how to save money. Um, I think I'm pretty good at saving money. There's been times where I had like months that I spent more than I wanted to, but usually I spend like around the same amount because I do this like several things to keep me like from going crazy and like spending all my money. Not that I make that much, but right now, I'm more focused on paying off my debts, which is basically my car, and I'm almost done paying that for that. But I've been able to do like double my car payments every month, and even more. I've been like triple, like quadruple my car payments every month, so I could finish paying off that debt like right away. And on top of that, I'd also been able to set some money aside for my retirement and for my and I actually haven't been able to like put money in a savings account, but it depends on your goals. Like for me, I'm young, so I'd rather put my money in an investing account so I can grow, even though it's a little bit more risky. But for some of you guys just want to save and want to have some money like set aside on like a savings account to be safe, and you know that money is not gonna go anywhere regardless, then you can also do that. It just depends on how much risk you're willing to take. Personally, I don't think I'm taking that much risk, even though most of my money is invested. I don't think I'm taking that much risk because my investments are really safe. Like it's like ETFs that track the S&P 500 and mutual funds, which are, if you know anything about that, you know that that's a safe investment. So, but like enough about me. Let me get into like my tips for today. Okay, here is I found this little picture here. It's pretty nice. Gives you some good advice here on how to save money. I want to use this as an example. So first thing, record your expenses. I don't You don't need to like write it down anymore. We have Mint. I use Mint. It just, you link all your bank accounts and anything you have for into like, sorry, you link, I don't know what I'm saying. You link all your bank accounts onto the app, and then you can see like how much you spend and all of that, like exactly. You don't have to write everything down. It doesn't take that much time anymore. It's not a time consuming thing. Maybe before Mint and all those other apps, but nowadays it literally just link it up. It's safe. Like that is a big company. They're not gonna scam you. So just use Mint, record your expenses on it, and then you're gonna be able to see like how much you spend. Now once you see how much you spend, you're gonna be able to make a budget. Right here, plan a budget. So I know it's a little like annoying to have a budget, and then maybe like if you will feel like you're like giving yourself less freedom, but it works and it helps a lot, because if you just do like mental calculations, if you're like, oh, I'm gonna go out to eat again, I didn't spend that much, but like you don't really know, because in a month you could forget like how many times you went out, how many times you spent on like unnecessary things, how much money you spent on unnecessary things. A budget, it can be a little complicated to keep up with it, but once you know how much you can spend on each like specific thing, you wouldn't have like a certain amount of money that you're able to save every month. So if you have like $1,000 coming in every month, and you have a budget of like $100 for food, $100 for fun, $200 for car, $100 for insurance, whatever. This is not a realistic example, just giving you like an idea. And then $100 for rent or whatever, which is, nobody paid $100 for rent, but just an example. Then you have like $400 left to save, or you can have 400, you can have 200 to invest, 200 to save, and then you do that every month, and you make sure you keep like that budget that you have, and you should always be able to save $100 for I mean $100 first to save, and then $100 to invest. Or you can have 200 to save, or you can have 200 to invest. Whatever you want to divide it as. You can. Most people, they have like, like a certain percentage. It depends on how old you are and how much you want to save, how much you want to invest, how much risk you want to take, all of that. So take that into account. Think about how old you are. If you're like in your 20s, you're 18, 19, 20, whatever, all the way up to like 25, like almost like, if you're like 25 or older, if you're like 25, if you're from like 18 to 25, you should be taking more risk, like as much risk as you possibly can, as much risk as you feel comfortable with, because you're young, you don't have much to lose, you don't have many responsibilities yet. So I suggest you get in and put more money into like investing versus savings. Okay, unless you want to save up to have like make like a real estate purchase or something like that. In that case, it's fine to save. Otherwise, put more money on your investments than you put on savings, because you're young, you can take risk. If you're 25 or older, then you can start saving more, like having some more cash like available in case like you have an emergency and stuff. Especially if you're like 25 and less and you live with your parents, even like more reason to invest, because you don't really need like an emergency fund, because you have your parents there. They kind of be able to, like, if anything happens, they're most likely gonna help you with that. Anyways, it's always a good idea to have an emergency fund. So if you still want to, like, you want to be safe, you want to play like safe, you want to have some money in cash, it's completely fine. You guys can have, like I said, 10% in cash, 10% in investments. Me personally, I want to actually like give you guys like what I'm doing, because I'm not just talking like crap. Like I'm actually doing all these things. Me personally, I want to have I want to be able to afford like a mortgage, so I can have like my own place and then rent the other side. Like there has been done a lot. It's like house hacking basically. So I want to have like a duplex, and then live in one house, rent the other house, or something similar to that, so I can have my house and also get like rent from my tenants, and then be able to pay for my house, and then basically have my house at a discounted price. Because if I have a $3,000 mortgage and my tenant is giving me $2,000, then I just have to pay $1,000 like out of pocket for a $3,000 house. But yeah, that's basically my plan. I want to save up as much cash as I possibly can, so I can be able to afford that in like 4 years from now. I don't know, like maybe like, yeah, no more than 4 years from now, I'll probably have like my place with like a tenant, and then from there, or I might just, if I have like a good apartment that I like, I might just rent both, like the entire place, and just profit like the whole like amount. Whatever. I'm going out of topic, but that's what I want to do personally. So that's my goal. So that means that I'm gonna be. This ties into the next step, which is choose goal. What's your goal? So my goal right now is to save enough to buy a house, right, in like 4 years. So your goal could be anything else. Your goal could be the same thing. A lot of people want to have a house. Me personally, I want to have a house for like investment purposes. You guys might want to have a house just to have a house, to like for comfort and stuff. That's completely fine. You can do that as well. It's up to you. Whatever you feel comfortable with, whatever your goals are. Okay, it depends on each person. Each individual has different goals. You can also save. Maybe you need like a certain amount of money to start a certain business that you want. You can also save for that. What else do we have here? Watch your savings grow. Okay. Stop using credit card. Now stop using credit cards. I don't think you need to, like, you could use credit cards to build credit if you use them correct. Like, there's another video that I made. I'll show you. Like, I'll probably like put it down in the description or something. Using credit cards can be useful, and it could help your credit grow a lot if you're smart with it. Now, if you're a person that is horrible with credit and you don't trust yourself, in that case, I suggest not using credit cards. But keep in mind, if you're not gonna use credit cards, you're missing out on like all the credit, and you're gonna have to save like way more to be able to afford like a house or a car and all that stuff. So even if you're bad with credit cards, try to get at least one little credit card with like uh $1,000 like limit or something, like something that's small, that's not gonna affect you too much. Um, because you need credit. Like if you're in the United States, you need credit, and it could benefit you. It could, like, with credit you can get even just to rent an apartment or anything, like they can ask you for credit. So I do recommend that you use credit. Like, discard this thing right here. Stop using credit card. Stop using money that you don't have. Don't stop using credit cards, because you can use credit cards and then pay it off right away with the money that you have. So it's basically like having a debit card, but you're building credit. Don't overspend what you don't have. Basically, that's my tip for that. Um, use the money box. I don't know what this is. Record your, okay, we already went over that. Shows your goal. Like I said, like, what's the whole point for saving? You have to have a reason. Like, you're not gonna save just to save, because then you're gonna lose like all motivation. Just spend your money, because what's the point? You need to have a goal, a good goal that you want to aim for, and give yourself like a time frame to do that. What else? Shop smarter. Yeah, shop smarter. Or like, if you have a budget, you're not gonna be going crazy. Like, you know what, how much you like around how much you should spend. Just follow your budget. This is just like redundant. Do not waste money on bad habits. This is not really a money saving tip. It's just like a life advice. Like, don't waste your money on things that are gonna affect you negatively. So this is pretty obvious. Watch your savings grow. Okay, and then obviously, yeah, if you follow the steps that I'm giving you here, I don't agree with everything here, but like this right here, stop using credit cards. I don't think that's a good idea. But most of it is good. Okay, most of it is, you're gonna see, like, don't follow what I'm saying. There's a lot of people on YouTube that are way more successful than me and have been saving for way longer than me, and they have way better results than me. And you can follow them. They're saying the same thing that I'm saying. Okay, they're saying the same exact thing. Like, it's very simple, guys. It's very simple. So let me talk about myself for a little bit. I know you guys are tired of hearing me talk about myself, but I just wanna show you like how I implemented these tips into my life and how it has like helped me grow. So automatically I have like a certain amount of money that goes into my retirement account. I have a certain amount of money that goes into my savings account every month. I have my budget. How much should I spend on groceries? How much should I spend on entertainment? How much should I spend on eating out? All that stuff. And I know how much I make. I know how much I can spend, and I know how much I should be putting into my investments account. How much I should be putting into savings, and yeah, but I also prioritize. So my priority was paying off my car. So instead of putting like money into my savings and stuff like that, I put all the money into my loan, so I can get rid of that completely. So now I'm almost done paying my car off. I'll finish that up. I put like whatever money I have left that I would have used for savings and investing. I just put it all into paying my car, so I can get rid of that. Now I'm done paying my car. I just start putting all my money that's left over into savings and investing. Well, right now I'm gonna put like most of it into savings, because I'm still gonna have some money like going into my investments, like, but it's not gonna be that much. I'm gonna have most of my money going into savings, so I can be able to afford like an investment property in the future. You guys, like how I was saying before. So yeah, that's basically my goal right now. So my first goal was to pay my car off, and I did that. Now my next goal is to save enough to get a investment property and have some like like a fund. Like I guess I don't really need it because I live with my parents right now, but I will need it in the future. So yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot to take in, but it's pretty simple advice. Like there don't need to be a rocket scientist to understand any of this. You just need to have discipline, and you need to like try it. Just try these things. Try it for a month. Like try doing this for a month. Okay, except the credit card thing. Don't follow that. Like you're gonna need credit in the future. Have a credit card if you're like not comfortable like with loans and stuff. Just make sure that you have like a credit card that has a low credit, and that you know that you and then never use like more than what you have. Never don't use what you don't have. Okay, and you'll be fine. But besides all of that, besides that, everything else is good. And if you like take the steps to save money, you will get to achieve your goals, which is the whole point of saving. So yeah, guys, that's all I have to say for today. If you enjoy that, please let me know in the comments. If you watch all the way to this part of the video, I really appreciate it. Let me know so I can like give you a heart or something in the comments. I really appreciate you if you did watch it all the way. And anyways, if you didn't watch it all the way to the end, I still appreciate it because you know you don't have to watch it. So I'm very thankful for you. And yeah, like and subscribe, and see you on the next video.